So there's gonna hello, test. Hello here, Gilmania here. All right. Huh, there's a password.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Verdict coming live. This is the Meseeks Monday Royale. I'm joined by my co-host and none other than the Meseeks Sunday Showdown host, Gilmania. Gilmania, say what's up, my guy.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this Battle Royale tournament hosted by none other than Verdict, like you said, and myself co-casting along his way. How are you all doing? And what are we about to see here today, Verdict?
Man, you know what? This is actually the first time we've ever done a Battle Royale event. So, guys, bear with us. We are both in the learning process of doing this. So, this is actually the first time I've ever had a chance to host one. I've been able to cast on the Trovo Royale that happened in December. If you guys had a chance to check that out, it was uber fantastic. It was a great experience. But this is my first time actually hosting and casting one. You know, I was a co-caster in that event. It was a completely different thing. It was they pre-recorded the video of the gameplay. It was live at first, but it was obviously a delay because it can't be a ranked event if it's not. And if you're joining us, we have a 5-minute delay. So I'm saying this, and it is 10:31 right now. You guys probably won't see it until 10:36. Now, with that being said, we'll go over some of the rules that I have in front of me. Some of the things that we're going to look at: no cheating in any form. This includes exploits. External devices are banned. Use of triggers, controllers, emulators, and all related items are banned. No toxicity. VC must be done in our server, and strictly no streaming. Some of the in-game rules we'll look at: the following operators are banned: Tempest, War Machine, Purifier, and Annihilator. Those things are super OP, so obviously we can't allow any uses of those. The following guns are banned for obvious reasons. The NA-45, that's such a toxic gun. The following classes are banned. Trapmaster, nobody wants a Trapmaster in here. We're going to see teams joining in, and looks like our lobby is going to be set to be full. We won't have a complete full lobby on deck, obviously, but this is our first event, so I'm hoping many teams join moving forward. The following vehicles are banned. The tank is just obviously OP. Following items are banned due to the in-game glitches: the ICR Forced Laughter, which is the Mythic ICR, and the Mythic Peacekeeper. So none of those guns will be allowed in the tournament. Some of the punishments we'll look into. Any team caught breaking in-game rules will be given half points for that match. Continued use of banned item will later call it out and can lead to a DQ first offense. Any team caught breaking in-game rules and more than one match will be DQ'd from the tournament, second offense. Any team that is determined to have broken a general rule will be DQ'd or banned depending on the severity. The tournament layout: the tournament registration opens at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesday, which is today's Monday. So for next week's tournament, we'll start registration 10 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. Registration closes Sunday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Check-in starts at 12 p.m. Eastern Time Monday. Roster locks are 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday. Teams can start joining VCs at 10 p.m. Eastern Time and are required to be in VCs by 10:30 Eastern Time. As you can see, we are live here. We are going to be starting up as soon as everyone joins the lobby. We have 48 players in. I want to say there's only 15 teams, if I'm not mistaken. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, from what I've heard, that's just right. There's gonna be about 15 teams or 16, something along those lines. But like you just said about the rules, there's gonna be like a couple of pretty annoying things to see. Like, for example, the NA-45 and the Trapmaster are stuff like, depending on the situation, can be pretty annoying and problematic to play against, and that's why straight up is gonna be not allowed at all in this tournament.
Absolutely. And some of the things that I'll talk about too: the prize pool will be added in the future. This is a weekly tournament. We're going to have 4 games every Monday night. This is TPP squads, third person point. Lobby opens at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. The scoring: first place gets you 20 points, second gets you 15, third gets you 12, fourth is 10 points, fifth place is 8, sixth is 7, seventh is 6, 5 for the 8th place, 4 for the 9th, 3 for 10, 2 points for both 11th and 12th place, 1 point for 13th and 14th, 15th, 0 for 16th plus. Kills are worth 5 points each, so kills are going to be a huge factor, if you ask me, in this particular Battle Royale event. 2 teams per org. or team can register for the event. So if we had any of the Wicked teams, I know they got like 12 teams on deck. Obviously, they are OP in the BR format. They would only be allowed 2 teams to register. That's obviously going to play an effect for teams like that, because I mean, when that prize pool is determined, I'm assuming it's going to be hefty, because I mean the Meseeks Sunday Showdown is about $150 prize pool now. It's looking to get doubled here in the future, at least $250 moving forward in March. So just be looking out for that event to be increased. I'm assuming this one's going to be pretty good, but more importantly, it's going to give your team exposure to the BR competitive scene. I feel like there's not enough light on the BR competitive scene. I feel like this is something that needs to be exposed here. I just can't foresee people not wanting to jump on this wave. I enjoy playing Battle Royale. Gil enjoys playing it. What are some of the things that you expect to see from some of these teams tonight?
Most likely, I would say that since maybe not everyone knows one another just yet, like there's previously known teams like the team from Meseeks, the team from Wicked, like you just said. But I'm expecting them to be like testing out the waters, trying to find out like what they can or cannot do while pushing onto the other enemies, and maybe making sure that they're gonna start off by both getting not only the positional points but also the kills, like you just said. You get 5 kills per kill, and that can be pretty huge, and how many you can get on a single game. So that's something that teams must be aware of as well.
That is huge. 5 points per kill. If your team manages to get 4 kills, that's going to give you automatic first place points, even without even placements. So imagine getting 4 kills and then placing first. That is going to put your team right at 40 points. And with it running, 4 games tonight, if you were able to do that 4 games in a row, that'd be right at 160. So I mean, that's simple math. We won't talk more about that, but I'm assuming if anybody's played any kind of competitive battle royale scene, this can get uber sweaty. So you're going to be playing for kills, but you're going to see teams also playing for placement. So placement's going to be huge, as you can see. The starting at first place, 20 points is just huge if you're able to camp it out and get at least 1 or 2 kills towards the end. Me, I'm the type of guy, when I play any kind of a game, I want to win, but I also want to kill as many people as I can. So I would probably get taken out earlier on. I would not go down without taking at least 2 or 3 people with me. So you're going to see a lot of people going for kills, a lot of teams going for kills. You're also going to see a lot of teams going for placements. So we're going to see a combination of camping and a combination of gun skill being displayed on this particular tournament. Some of the teams, as I take a look in the VCs, I will let you guys know some of the teams that are registered. We're going to see Meseeks Fidelis coming through. That's my guy, God's Eye, Hatter, and Major and Nacho coming through in the clutch there. Barry also going to be on that team. We're also going to see Zygnus Esports, Zygnus Main, Odyssey Esports, Made in Peru, Forbidden, Death Dealer Squad 2, SnS Vipers, one of the bigger BR teams, and also a sponsor to our tournament. Speaking of sponsors, we've got 3 major sponsors: HyperX, JuJu Energy, as you can see, I got my JuJu on and my HyperX on, and a newer sponsor, SnS Spawn and Slay, coming through in the clutch last minute. So we're also going to have the Dominators, Dementors, X Esports, Dominators, Deadly Dames, SnS Grims, Tragic Esports, who's not in the VC just yet. Still a little bit of time left for them to join. Insanity. And that is going to wrap up the teams for this week. And this is coming in. This is one of the first time we've ever had a Meseeks team in any of our Meseeks tournaments. So that is something to also put on display here, as normally as we started the Meseeks Sunday Showdown, we never allowed any of our Meseeks teams. It's just a conflict of interest, in my opinion, to have a team of the same org join that particular tournament. Tonight is going to be a little different, as BR events are a little bigger. A lot more teams compete. As you can see, I think it's 25 teams can actually play as a 100-player limit. That makes sense. 100 divided by 4, which is the max amount of players per team. It's going to give you 25 players. So, yeah, we're definitely looking forward to seeing some action from our MSK team. We are definitely not biased, though, as I will I will run these guys down harder than any other team. I'm sort of like you guys, Zim. Zim gives Tribe, back when Zim coached Tribe, he gave Tribe so much shit, you know, it wasn't even funny. He just ran them through the gutters. But with that being said, you know, he had a lot of love for his team. So I will definitely, you know, call these guys out quicker than anything. But I have much love for my guys, Hatter and God's Eye, for the Meseeks team that are participating. You see they're up in the first part head. So it's the part here that's going to be Major, M. Hatter, Barry, and God's Eye playing for our Meseeks roster. So going to be a huge event. We are actually going to go ahead and get started straight into the action. What are your predictions, Gil? I don't know too much about the BR scene. I'm looking to know a little bit more, but what can I expect?
What I want to see the most is, for example, how many teams are gonna jumping off early. Like, you know, like getting those weapons at like first than anyone else is pretty key, pretty important. And what a lot of teams do is that they're gonna jump off as soon as they can. Doesn't matter like the place that the flight is gonna be taking. What they only care is about dropping in first, wherever that might be. And it's usually, what I've seen is about like a third of all the teams is the ones that drop immediately. So I want to check that out at first, see how many teams drop in and how many teams drop in the same place as well. Because even though there's a lot of places to land, there's only so many, and a couple fights could be even beginning off early on this game.
We're going to be taking a look at my guys over in... I guess we're going to take a look at M. Hatter, dude, is to see how they drop here. MSK team, first ones to jump. We're going to take a look at the map here. Some of the hot spots we're going to see: Harbor, Dormitory, Downtown, Crash, and Countdown. As we all know, that is exactly where some of those legendary items are going to be found. We're going to have an immediate jump by Team 6, which is going to be led by the guys over in the Hive team here, Liquid and team. They're going to be jumping immediately down here at this wetlands area. They're not going to be contested, as the only other team close to them is going to be 11 and 5. We're going to go ahead and see some action back from Hatter and team. They are still on the bus, so I'm taking it they're going to take it to Countdown or Crash here, as they are some of the few remaining teams that are still in the air. They're going to go ahead and jump, and off the rip, they are going to have a uncontested landing ever. We're actually going to take a look at some of the players here over at Team 9, because they are actually going to be contested by multiple. So we're going to have multiple teams going in over there for the side of SnS. We're going to take a look at Peaches as they drop here with another team. It is going to be, what are we looking at? Is that OE?
I believe it is number 4. Yeah, OE indeed. And like I said, they seem to be dropping into the same place. So far, we can see right there Osvaldo with a cordite, I believe he's using. And let's see what they decide to do, if they want to engage right away or just play it a little bit safe.
I'm assuming they are going to set up and play it safe, but they will be ready to engage. As we see, the first kill goes to one of the Zygnus players. Dom Star is going to be taken out quickly. Trying to see if I can get over there to what team. We have 2 players now down for Dom. Looks like Moxie and Harley Quinn going to be the last. Well, Harley's down. Harley's going to be taken out as well. We're going to see Zygnus overpowering these guys. It's going to be Bover and Khan. Your Gellies is also going to be there, as they have a pretty clean team wipe, if you ask me. Bover is super weak. We'll take a look at him and see what he's doing to get. Doesn't appear as though he has any kind of health, so if he gets pushed by Moxie, Moxie might be able to get that frag, but you got to think that they're going to play a conservative, as they are in fear of elimination if Moxie isn't able to get the kill. Moxie is going to be taken out. So Argelis is definitely going to pick up that kill. That's huge.
That's going to be a team wipe. That is a team wipe from Cygnus, starting off with 4 kills themselves. And what a better way to start, like you said, 4 kills, 20 points right off the bat. That is gonna be huge for Cygnus. That was the each of the map, and it was a team wipe coming out of them, so pretty impressive. In the other side, I believe that there was no fight between team and for another. So I'm curious to see if maybe Cygnus will try to go ahead, pick up a helicopter, and go after more people.
Oh, definitely going to see them play aggressively here. They are on that kill high. I would assume that they are going to try and push as many teams as they can, as they've got 4 points. As I look at the map, it doesn't look like anybody's in sight. The only other team that might be in contention is going to be 15-12. They're right outside of a state and pipeline together. So we're going to actually take a look at some of that action. As these teams are looking to get these placement points, the map is going to start dwindling down, and you would assume that they're going to be forced, regardless of how big this map is, it's going to get smaller and smaller. These teams are going to have to, force confrontation. I'm taking a look at Team 10, though. Team 10 is looking right in the middle of Team 5, as I see So Thick and X Esports going to be taking on some action here. We got what looks like 2 helicopters for the side of Team 5. And that's looking like, what team is that? That is going to be
Team 5 is Made in Peru.
Made in Peru. So we're going to
Made in
see
Peru is
guys
gonna
from...
engage right there against team number 10. They're gonna pick up the first kill right there onto Squinty. Aslan with the first kill for the team of Made in Peru. Pretty clutch right there. And like you said, they had 2 helicopters in there, allowing them to know where the opponents were, and getting the first kill is still pushing onto the remaining players of that team right there, trying to get them to back up and seek for an error from them. We're gonna see Merly right picking up the back from Blue, picking yet another kill with that shotgun. Right there's only gonna be 2 players remaining on that 10th squad.
Yeah, those 2 players are going to be pushed, and I was actually looking at players from a completely different team. As, like I said, this is a newer thing for me. We're going to see Made in Peru pick up another one from Aslan. Aslan and Merely going to be taking out Cheddar and So Thick. Is that going to be a team wipe?
It was team number 10. I think it is. Yes, that's going to be
huge.
the second squad being eliminated on this first game.
So you see Made in Peru get 4 kills. That's going to give them 20 points. They're going to be in first place for the time being, tied with the Cygnus roster. So this is getting to be a bit interesting. I'm taking a look at the map now. Where should we jump? Which team should we take a look at now?
I would say that we can maybe look at what is going to be going on to the team number 6, mainly because they're moving quickly, and that could mean that they're on a helicopter most likely.
All right, let's take a look. That's going to be Senpai and team. Senpai OG, Liquid, Try
jumping
Me,
up
and
on the
J4.
airdrop right there.
They're going to go for that little drop there. It's going to give away their location as they get out of the helicopter. But it doesn't look like anybody's in sight, so they look like they might be in and out faster than that drop even landed. So we're going to see Team 9 make their rotations over to the point. And 5 and 12, Team 5 and 12 are going to be pushing in the same direction over at Circus. I'm going to be taking a look at Dom E, as Dom E is going to be pushed. Eddie's going to be taken down by Made in Peru. We're going to see one be taken out there. Dom E is going to be absolutely annihilated. And again, it looks like Made in Peru is going to lose a member, but they are also going to pick up another kill to add to their, or 2 more kills rather, to add to their point spread. So we're going to see them take the lead, and it appears as though they are going to be pushed here by the last remaining player for that roster, and I just don't expect them to do very well here. There's 2 players left, Enoch and Ninjak. Enoch, we're going to get his perspective. Ninjak is down. Enoch is way out as he is sniping. Yeah, we're going to see Cygnus pick up another kill there
advantage.
too.
Let's see if we can hit a shot. Seems like he's not going to be able to spot anyone and stop the fight right there. I think maybe Team 2 and 4 are about to start engaging right there, as there's 3 squads on the same spot.
We're going to take a look at our guys over at Meseeks too, because it looks like they are pushing in on some players. Might be trying to get this this third party going, but they are waiting patiently as we see 2 and was that 4? Yes, 2 players from 4 are down. MD Paul and Liz, last 2 players, they're going to be pushing out, trying to get out of harm's way. Looks like Meseeks is going to try to push in for the third party. God's Eye taking some shots, not able to land anything. Hive Liquid is going to take out 2 of the players from the SnS roster. Barry taking some shots. He's going to be weak. He's going to be taken down too. They might be able to get that res off as Barry is pushed up a little bit too aggressively there, and it looks like Zygnus was able to play it well. They are able to get the kill on Barry. Barry goes down, played aggressive, did not pay off for them. We're going to see Zygnus push up this hill. The only thing that MSK has the advantage on is the fact that they have high ground. They're going to lose it here if they don't hold their ground. So Zygnus might be able to push up and get these this team wipes. MSK is just going to have to play this a little smarter if they want to continue to play in this round.
Yeah, MsKVerdict right there gonna pick up another kill. Oh, nearly actually getting killed himself by another player from Cygnus. Cygnus continuously doing an amazing job, taking that now about the third player from Meseeks. Now Godsa is gonna be the only one alive. He's running for his life. He knows that it's not worth it to continue engaging right there, so he does the right thing. But in the meantime, seems like team number 6, right there is gonna start trying a third party on Cygnus. Is gonna work out for them. Memo getting taken down by a car, and just there, right there, he was able to pick up a kill, only getting him low, but not necessarily dead just yet. They pick up another one right there. Leva just running for his life, and the problem from Cygnus, from what I've seen, is that they're constantly fighting from the bottom side of that mountain right there. They're constantly just getting picked up by teams who have the height advantage. The third player from Cygnus is gonna get taken down, and just like that, the team that had 6 kills is gonna be nearly annihilated. Leia, being the only one alive right there, is gonna start engaging against Hiv. Let's see what he can do about that.
Yeah, we're going to see God's Eye try to get a better position. I think he's wanting to go for those tags. I don't think he's going to be able to do that. We're going to see Hive Liquid take out Leia, so that is going to be the last player for Zygnus. They're going to be taken out of this particular game. But have no fear. They were able to pick up some solid kills, taking out 3 of the Meseeks players, as we see God's Eye is the last player alive for the side of MSK. I don't think he's going to be able to get any kind of action on those dog tags. They are going to expire, as Major was the last remaining player. God's Eye is going to have to play for his life, hopefully get some placement points, as Meseeks taken out early in this particular game. We're going to switch back over to Made in Peru, as they are live on top of some action here. As I see, it looks like the zone is going to be closing in. It looks like we might have a farm or a launch base ending, but with that being said, still plenty of game left to be played. Zygnus up to 4 kills, team 3. I'm not 100% sure what the standings will look like. I'm sure we'll get those points all accumulated at the end of this matchup. But as I say that, we're going to see team 3 pushing into some pretty dangerous zones here as they try to get this top control of the outside of Crash. Looking over onto Pipeline's outside outlines. They're going to continue to push up. Team 12 is going to be right below them. They don't want any of that smoke. They want some better positioning, trying to see where the circle ends up at. So a lot of game left to be played. So far, we've had a few teams already out. We see Team 13, 14, 10. Team 2 also taken out. So a few squad wipes earlier on. They didn't receive any points for any of the kills because they didn't get any kills. I think one of the Zygnus teams got a few kills. I think it was 3, and that was from the Meseeks team. So plenty of game left to be played. Some of the guys that we have to look at here now is team, is that HIVE? Hive?
I believe it's Hive, yes. They are going to be with plenty of kills themselves right there. I think it's 8, I believe. And they are still in the helicopter looking for some more blood to get right there before this game is over. As we can see that the circle is gonna get once again smaller. They're even pushing out of the safe zone for a little bit. And let's see, they're thinking who they're gonna be engaging against. It seems that they've chosen to go against OE right there. They're gonna drop directly onto them, while Team 5 seems like willing to third party right there. Team 5 is made in Peru. And yeah, there we can see Hive picking up a kill yet again. And yeah, 3 squads are in the same spot. I'm sure, yeah, plenty of kills being taken. MIP picking up yet another kill onto Hive right there. Everyone's dying. Liquid right there is gonna get taken down by Merly with a shotgun. MIP just killing it right there with 13 kills themselves. We can see them that are now in the healing bases. They already got the kills. They are just gonna kill and probably move forward to the next fight.
Absolutely, and I have to say, dude, they took that helicopter down very well. They making the rotations over to this one team over here. Made in Peru is absolutely dominating this event so far. Scope picks up his kill. Scope, how many kills does this guy have? Scope is up to 3 kills. Aslan is up to 3 kills. 4 kills, rather. There we go. So MIP and Merely's up to 6. Jesus Christ, what's going on with them? We are in the third circle, and Citrus is going to go down. I don't believe they're going to be able to come back for her or for them, as the circle is going to close out on them. Merely and team Made in Peru are going to continue to slay out as Aslan picks up another one. And as I was saying, that team, that HIVE team, that's going to be Forbidden. Got pretty good control before they were taken out. As we saw, Made in Peru actually was the team that did it. Made in Peru is looking pretty heavy, and this event's getting pretty... This first game is looking pretty decent now. This circle is going to start closing in. We're going to go to this 4th zone here shortly. We still got plenty of game left to be played with 1, 2, looks like 6 teams maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4.
7 teams.
7 teams left, and God's Eye, no kills on the board, still playing for those placement points. He's going to be setting up here on the top of farmland here, and I have to say, playing for as many placement points as he can is going to be the smart move here, in my opinion. So we'll take a look at some more action from our guys over at Made in Peru. We did get
they seem to be willing to engage again right there. They are about to drop onto the team number 12, I believe, right there. Oh,
yeah, I'm
well, actually, Citrus, yeah, on Citrus right there with a pistol trying to pick up a kill.
That's Citrus. I think he's the one that got knocked and taken out, and they got his tag, so he's gonna rush towards this what looks like
his airdrop.
Yep, this little drop, and he is gonna try and loot up as fast as he can. We're gonna see Scopes taking some shots. Scope picks up another down on one of the Zygnus players, Bover. Khan is going to be up there in sight as well. If Khan peeks it, well, oh, Khan is half health.
A couple of shots. That was pretty close. That's some good aiming right there. It's not easy to hit those shots, and even at that distance, he's gonna pick up a kill onto Bover. Now going on to Khan. Not like, I feel like they don't even know where Scope is at, and that's why they're just running away. They are pretty scared. They don't know where to look for to try to engage or defend themselves in a way, as we see Scope landing another shot onto Khan. He seems to be done with his sniping and now trying to go for landed war using that AK-47. One of the weapons that we're probably going to be watching the most. Probably one of the best weapons out there in Battle Royale at the moment, the AK-47. Not only known for the damage, but also for the range that it has. You can have some really solid control into those longer distance fights. And Scope seems to be picking up another kill onto Khan like he was chasing for. He eventually got it at the end. Now MIP with 20 kills themselves. One of their players is going to be finally taken down, but like with 20 kills, I don't think they're going to care that much at this point.
No, dude, that's 100 points alone, bro. That is absolutely wild. 20 kills for the guys over at Made in Peru. That's going to give them an early lead, regardless of where they place at. You got to sit and think, like, if you're playing for placement points now you're going to have to pick up your grit and just push everything moving forward. These guys have a hefty lead to begin with the first game. We saw Scopes get taken out, but dude's got, what, 6 kills? Jesus Christ. Merely with 8. Aslan just taking down Bover there. They might get a team wipe. They do. Ergelis from Zygnus is going to be taken out, and that is going to leave just a few teams here, as we see God's Eye is also taken out. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 teams. Is that right? 4 teams finishing out?
There's going to be 3 teams alive only. 3
teams alive.
might pick another kill. And yeah, only a handful of teams remaining, being Made in Peru, SnS, and one player of OE. As he is just taking, oof, he got taken down. No, Osvaldo is still alive right there, merely trying to pick up that last remaining kill to make the team wipe. Let's see who can get it. Merely with the shotgun finally picks up the kill onto Osvaldo. That's gonna leave it 2 teams alive. That's gonna be 2 squads remaining, 4 on each side. Let's see how this is gonna turn out, because it seems like MIP is just unstoppable at the moment.
Yeah, they're already up to 25 kills. This is just absolutely dominant, a fest, a kill fest for them. They are, regardless of what goes down here, they're going to get at least 18 points or 19 points off the rip, as well as the 125 here. As we see Citrus take down Peaches, this is another team that really hasn't even had the chance to contest anything. As we see Peaches, the only player with a kill, she's going to be taken out. I'm assuming that's a she. They are going to be taken out. Jasmine and Empress going to also be taken out. Aslan picking up 2 big kills. That's going to conclude the first game. And my guys over at Made in Peru playing on a different level. They are just built absolutely different, if you ask me. Wow, what a first game.
Yeah, they got like 24, 25 kills. Like, if you think about it, that's half the lobby. MIP, Made in Peru themselves were able to wipe out half the lobby themselves. That's just gonna might tell us how the next games might be looking like. So I'm pretty excited to see what they have to offer in the next games. But with these many kills on the first game, and also on top of that, winning the game at the end, Made in Peru, like you said, gets the advantage, and a pretty huge one, if you ask me.
Oh, that is absolutely huge. Let's take a look here as we see 29 kills. My guys over at Made in Peru racking up 145 points, chat. 145 points as they, that's just in kills. And placement points, that's 165 points. So GG's to them. As we take a look here, some of the other stats we're taking a look. 29 kills for the side of MIP. SnS gets those placement points, but it's not going to matter, though. This is an absolute slaughter fest for the rest of these guys. I just can't imagine how do you compete with a team like this with it being, 145 points in kills alone, dude. We're going to see second place goes to SnS. The third team, OE, as we can see, rack up 1 kill and also a third place point placement. Dom looking pretty sweaty over here. They got 3 kills as well as a 4th place placement. MSK getting taken out rather early. They're going to get a 5th place placement thanks to the smart play from God's Play. Definitely don't want to take those fights. Biting off more than you chew obviously led to some devastation for this team. This is not where we want to see. That's okay. We still got 3 more games left to play. We saw Zygnus start off with a quick team wipe. They only end up getting 7 points. I say that 7 kills is huge. That's 35 points, as well as a 6th place placement. So we'll tally up all this and we'll take a look at it all together as we transition. We're going to get started up here shortly as soon as everyone joins back in the lobby. And predictions now, after seeing Made in Peru just absolutely destroying people, you got to stop and think, like, I mean, dude, does anybody else stand a chance? Gil?
I'm not sure. Like, all I can say is that maybe there were a couple of teams that could put up against MIP. What maybe they could try to go ahead and do is, when they notice that it's them, they could either try to both engage on a different way by like rotating, trying to go behind their backs, or straight up just run away. Maybe you can think that it's not worth it to try to pick up a fight against them if you know that it could turn out in your whole squad being wiped out of the game. So I don't know what these teams can do. And not only in the short distances, but we also saw Scope with that sniper hitting shots at what I think it was like over 100 meters distance right there. Pretty impressive. Not only picking up random shots, but like constantly hitting those and picking up 2 kills with that. It was just pure madness coming out of them. Like, if you're away from them, if you're close, you gotta be freaking careful of what your next move is gonna be.
I mean, they don't call them scopes for nothing, right?
True.
Yeah, with that placement point and you know, the amount of kills, dude, you got to sit and think, like, if you strategize over the remainder of these 3 games left, there's still a lot of, you know, games left to be played. But with a lead like that, you just got to think it's all Made in Peru. Obviously, 3 games left, it could be a game changer. Maybe another team, maybe Zygnus, maybe Meseeks could pull 30 kills out of their butt here next game. Who knows? It's anybody's ball game. Hatter, you're going to have to get these guys in line, dude. I want to be calling you guys' names out more often. But with that being said, Made in Peru absolutely just dominating these guys in that first matchup. I'm taking a look at some of these teams. I know some of these guys. I know Harley Quinn. I know let's see who else I know. I know some of these guys from Dom here at Team 14. So definitely need to see a little bit more from them. Hive, that's obviously the Forbidden roster that I forgot to mention. We were spectating a little bit at the beginning, so still a lot of talent in this tournament. Still a lot of games left to be played, so we'll get started up here shortly. In the meantime, we're going to tune into some jams. We'll be back live as soon as this action's ready to roll. We're going to jump right back into the action, dude. I actually just got some info from Gil. Gil let me know that the remaining teams are going to show up at the top. That is huge. I can actually see that now. 12 of 12. We only have 12 teams playing this round. We had 15 last. So, or actually 16 rather. 44 players spawning in. And we're going to get started up. 36-second ticker. Who do you guys want to see? Obviously, I want to take a look at my guys over at Made in Peru. They could probably... Are they even here? Are they here? No, they're gone. Or they haven't spawned in. Oh, there they are.
Probably they haven't spawned. Yeah, all right. Yeah. They're all complete right there. And, well, we were on a little bit of a break. I kind of thought about maybe the way that they could try to do to take down Made in Peru could be like go for a early fight, like make sure that you get a weapon before they do. That could also be an option for them to try to take them down in a way, but I don't know who's gonna be like maybe fearless enough to try and do that.
You know what? If I'm smart, I would stay the hell away from them. So I would actually, you know, if unless you know there's multiple teams going in that direction, I wouldn't even attempt to even look in that direction. They're Team 5. I'm staying the hell away from Team 5. We're gonna see a quick jump for the side of Meseeks and Team 6. That's going to be the Forbidden roster. Forbidden going to be making their way to Heat. They're going to be contested by 2 other teams in that similar direction. So we're going to see Made in Peru make their way over to the platform. That is where the action is going to happen here. They are bold. There's 4 teams in the area. They are quickly going to just say, to hell with that. They're gone. I don't blame them.
Yeah, I think it ended up only being MIP, those who were like those dropped at the platform at the end. It was just them, so everyone has just run away from it, just ran past it.
Oh, I don't blame them, dude. That is exactly where I would not want to be at. We're gonna see. Looks like this Team 6, the Zygnus roster. Leo OE gonna pick up the first kill. Let's see where Leo is. Leo is on the Team 4.
Team 4. Yeah, Team 4 against the Team 5, the Team 9, sorry, being SnS right there.
Quick kill for my guy Oswald as we see, or Leo rather, other than Oswald. But That's going to make a 3v3 here for both teams, as it looks like this team only has 3 players in it. Only one other team in the area, and SnS Jasmine is going to take out Oswald, the player that I refer to as being the first blood killer. He is going to be taken out. OE Leo is going to make his rotation over. He's going to have to team up with this guy, Lisandro, who is pretty much on the opposite side of this part of the map for Harbor. Harbor's definitely a hot drop, in my opinion. You can see this is going to be where you can find some legendary items. I don't think they're going to make their way over to the actual dog tags, but it looks like they might be safe. We're going to see the placement for the other team as Empress and Jasmine. Did that player quit? It looks like the player for SnS quit as soon as they died. Wow, they didn't even have any...
Yeah.
What the hell, dude? No faith.
Yeah, pretty interesting to see something like that happening right there. We can see that actually on the side of OE, they are still waiting for them. Maybe no, I don't think he quit. His name is not showing up, but he might be actually on the revive flight waiting for it.
You know what? I'm looking at the nearby players, and Peaches is actually on the revive flight. What a bot I am, dude. I was looking at the nearby players, and oh wow, Liz taking out Jasmine, who was trying to get better placement up top. Liz, 200 IQ, gets the kill. That's going to be the second kill for this OE team. And I'm looking around. No one else is actually even remotely near people other than this team. I'm going to zoom out on the map. We're going to see the player that I said rage quit, not rage quit, come back in. The plates, or the plates, not the plates, but the tags are going to be scanned for this Oswald player. Oswald's going to be coming back in. So E is going to take out Cazador. Where is this action at, my guy?
E is in Cazador. I don't know. There's actually a couple of fights going on. Obviously, team 4 and 9 are still on the hunt. But if you go all the way to dormitory, like you just, it seems like Dom. Wait, is that Dom? Yeah, Dom right there is fighting against a single player remaining coming out of SnS squad on the 14th.
That looks like it may be, as soon as I can get it, that looks like it is the Dominators, the Mentors team. They are dominating these guys as they have 3 kills now. Impressive is going to be the last remaining player for that SnS roster, and he is going to be left solo as the remainder of his team is going to be wiped. No tags left to be scanned. He is going to get the hell out of Dodge as the last one is going to be taken out. We're going to see Goddess taking out Oswald again. Oswald is going to go down
might
quick.
be about to engage.
What's that?
I think MIP might be about to engage against the squad number 11 right there.
Oh, we're going to take a look at MMP. We're going to see Merely pick up his first kill. Or not, Merely picks up his first kill. And we're going to see Scope pick up another on Star. So not looking too good for the other Dementor team. As we see 1 be taken out, 2 be taken out. 3rd is all well as Moxie goes down. So Buffy's going to be the last remaining player for that team. They are going to be scanning tags. Nope, they're just going to be camping out in the corner here.
Yeah, now that they know that they're fighting against Made in Peru, he's just gonna take his sweet time to try his hardest to not to die right there.
We're gonna see Hatter pick up 1 kill. He's actually gonna have some help from his teammate from God's Eye. God's Eye is gonna take out Senpai, one of those forbidden players. But Major and Barry gonna be taken out. The tags might be able to be scanned. Still a little bit of time on those clocks as 2 players for the MSK team putting them on the board. God's Eye picks up 2 kills, so that's going to give them 15 points from kills alone. They have 2 more players. Oh, Hatter's going to be knocked. Liquid is going to get the knock. God's Eye rotating over. He's going to have a lot of work cut out for him as Liquid actually is going to be the last player for that roster as Liquid makes his way over. Will he go ahead and thirst Hatter? That's a great question. He will get the thirst. Takes out Hatter. How toxic. And Liquid is down to 1 player to play with as Senpai and J4 are going to be taken out and eliminated. We're going to see him take some shots, or actually ADS, towards God's Eye point of view. And we'll see how God's Eye responds as he's going to be pushed aggressively and taken out. Hatter and Team MSK are going to be eliminated from this matchup. They're going to be able to get some points on the board, though, with those 3 solid kills. Obviously, Liquid getting the revives off. Played it very well for my guys over at Forbidden. So Forbidden eliminating MSK from this portion of the game. Still plenty of game left to be played. As we see, we've got 10 teams left in total, 33 players alive. Who should we take a look at now, Gil? I'm scanning through to see who we could see.
I think the squads 10, 9, and 2 are pretty close to each other. Let's see if they are actually going to engage or not.
We're to see 1 kill be taken as I'm scrolling through the teams to take a look at. So Thick and T10 looking to push up. We're going to see Blue taken out from X Esports. Lonely INS getting the kill. Thirst him. How thirsty, as Squinty is also taken down. We're going to see some RPG shots come in as the Airborne is coming into effect. Zygnus Memo and his team looking to take advantage of this third-partying situation. And the remainder of T9, if I'm getting the hell out of there, that's going to be SnS. SnS is going to be pushed here by Zygnus. Going to have a plethora of players in this area. So this is actually a dangerous little area in farmland. The mini-map, actually, as you can see, is kind of looking like it's going to be. Is that a hacker? What is that? What causes the mini-map to go down like that?
Yeah, that's hacker. When you use that one, you take it down. Like it flashes every now and then. You can see it, you cannot, and yeah, that's the use of hacker right there.
All right, we're
gonna see that player from Cygnus. They're gonna find another player coming out right there. Let's see if they can pick up the frag. While actually, I think SD is gonna be the only one alive. His allies are taking down rather quickly, while MEP just continuously getting more kills. Actually, not as many as last game, but still 5 kills, a solid amount of for game number 2 for Made in Peru right there.
Yeah, you got to think, like, at this particular point, they don't need to be aggressive. They can just, third-party the hell out of people and extend that lead that they, took advantage of in the first game. But as we say that, they're going to be pushing up and getting as many as they can. They're already up to 6. The only other team that's still in this that has that many kills is... there's not anybody. The Liquid team, Senpai and them. They're actually going to be back. That's going to be the Forbidden roster, as we saw them take out. Liquid took out the MSK roster. So, Made in Peru picking up another one from Merely. Merely picking up his 3rd kill. Jesus Christ, dude, these guys are absolute slayers.
Yeah, they're already, like you said, pretty much on a huge lead over probably whoever is in the 2nd place, and they're still pushing forward. Like you said, they could have just waited out and be patient to just try to third party, like you mentioned, but they're not into that. They are gonna continuously push as hard as they can. They don't care if they're winning. They want to make sure that no one is gonna be able to cut onto them, and that's what we're watching right there as they are about to go onto a helicopter. We can players from MIP are doing a really amazing job playing with a helicopter, as we see Cygnus players trying to check onto what they're doing. And Aslas with an AK gonna make sure that they don't get closer to them.
Yeah, Zygnus don't want that.
They are actually gonna drop.
But they're gonna have to. That helicopter was just absolutely lasered in midair. The bad thing is Aslan is gonna be inside of this building all alone, and he's gonna be pushed by multiples. He's got the HS in his hand. He's gonna absolutely abuse Bover there, and it looks like they might get a team wipe here. These guys are just the absolute sweatiest of the sweaty, and I don't think the last player here for Zygnus is going to have a chance.
Yeah, like you said, they'll just drop down on top of it, and one by one Cygnus players were getting taken down. As we can see, actually they're going to pick up a kill onto Merly Khan, picking up that kill, and that might be pretty huge for them, actually, being up to at least take on to one of their enemies. As we can see, Scope at the distance, Citrus, they're still dancing around that tower and trying to find the last remaining player of Cygnus. I think they just did, but they're still, Artless is the only one alive. Let's see what he can do. He's just dancing around those staircase, making sure that he's waiting it out. And as we see that the safe zone is gonna cut up to them. Now they're not only engaging, but also with a with a safe zone on their hands as MIP Citrus picks up the last remaining player on SnS.
What a play by the guys over at Made in Peru, putting up 145 points in kills alone, my guy. First game. The second game, they are right up there still. What is that? 6, 9, 11 kills. That's 55 points just in kills alone. These guys are just absolutely abusing everybody in this series, and you got to stop and think. With only 2 games left to be played, are they going to be contested? I'm hoping that somebody from either of these teams put up some numbers close to these guys, as we might as well just go ahead and rename this Made in Peru's event, because these guys are looking like wicked out here. These guys are looking sick, just miles above everybody else in the kill department and the points leaderboard. So as soon as I can get an updated scorecard, I don't know where we can see that at, but Echo, if you're out there, my guy, let me know where we can see some updated scorecards, because I'd definitely like to display that to the public and let them see how much of a lead my guys over at Made in Peru are already extending that lead. So we're going to see Merely come back, as he was pushed and taken out early. He's going to be landing right on top of a team from SnS. Steal the helicopter and get the hell out of Dodge. D-Man from SnS is going to be pushed by one of the players, and it looks like they're going to be able to just absolutely obliterate him. And Merely is going to pick up a few things out of his loadout, which is going to give another kill to the side of MIP. You got to stop feeding these guys. If you're still alive, stay away from Team 5. They are just absolute dominant in this series so far.
Yeah, and like maybe not only feeding them, but like if you think about it, Merely just dropping in with a pistol, no fear, just fight, dropping in hot, and taking out the helicopter, so he makes sure that they cannot run away with it. Pretty smart move right there. Ends up being able to end up that kill onto that player, and picking up a couple of weapons for himself. And MIP players not only playing on their own but also as a team. And like I said, Merely making sure they couldn't get away is what helped help his allies make sure that they got those frags.
Absolutely, and I am taking a look again at these guys from MIP. They got scope on the revive plane, so they were able to get the tags. That's great. And I'm reading chat. Damn, I miss Peach's two-piece and farm. I'm sorry, Peaches. I'll definitely be looking for your guns a-blazing next game. Merely going to take out Dom Star there. We're going to see Star go down. I need to check and see where they are at. We're going to see Star be pushed. Buffy, Moxie, and all the rest of the players trying to get a better position as this MIP crew is just wreaking havoc. Merely is pushing up very aggressively. Merely is going to be half health. Merely is going to be rotating down the hill and is going to be pushed by Buffy. So 2 players here going to be pushing in aggressively together, and Buffy is going to be rotating back.
Didn't get a kill.
Didn't get a kill. How do you not get a kill there?
Yeah, it was a 1v2 right there, and Merely just finding out a way to get out of that sticky situation. Really well done by him, but you can only think about that those enemies who were not able to pick up the last shots they needed. Merely was already half health right there, as we start engaging against another player, and with the help of scope, getting another kill. And yet again, it's just Made in Peru continuously getting frags left and right.
Yeah, Team Forbidden's fighting for their lives here. They're trying to catch these guys on the board. We're going to see Liquid take some shots onto one of those MIP players. Not able to get a full glance and doesn't want to jump down. Plays it smart, keeps the height advantage. And we're going to see Eddie get taken out by, or Eddie take out Try Me for the side of Dom. The Mentor's looking to clutch it up. Eddie is going to go down as we saw Liquid take some shots. Liquid is going to go in for the revive, maybe get some better placement here. Senpai is going to get Leia down. We're going to see the smoke come down the revive for Try Me, and this team is going to be back up as we see Senpai push in and take out Citrus. Big kills for Citrus, or for Senpai, as he knocks one, but is immediately knocked as well. Eddie is going to get the kill on Try Me, as the I guess that was a botched revive. Liquid is also going to go down, so J4 is going to be the last player remaining, merely picking up 2 kills. What the hell are we watching?
Yeah, Merle seems like they were able to take down Citrus, but we can see that even though some of the MIP players are low, Merle and Scope are doing an amazing job at keeping teams away. As we can see, Scope trying to heal his ally, unfortunately not going to be able to do that on time. Oh wait, he was yeah, there's still revive flight, so he can take the dog tag as he starts engaging yet again against the Cygnus players right there. I think Memo might be the no. There's actually still three more players in the side of Cygnus, and while there's only 2 on MIP, that could be the chance for the remaining teams to try to take down the reign of terror on the hands of MIP.
Yeah, MIP is just raining havoc here as they don't care if they have 2 players left or 1 player. You know, they're going to do their own thing. They're going to team up as much as they need it, and very rightfully so. As the revive flight is down to about 5 seconds here. They didn't have any worries at 40 seconds, so they push it aggressively with 40 seconds left to go. They don't give any matter. It doesn't matter to them. They want the kills. They want the placement. They're going to play as aggressive as they can, and they have every right to. Made in Peru is just absolutely dominating this event so far. They're up to right around 16. Is that no? It's 21 kills now. 29 from the first game, and they are up to 21 here. So I'm assuming they're going to get some more as they camp this little. Oh, Scopes taken out. One of the Cygnus players, and that is going to be a complete elimination as we see Memo also taken out by another team. So GG's to them. Wow, this is a completely a dominant MIP event, and you can't help but think, moving forward, I don't think anybody's going to be able to contest this. This lead they found themselves in from the first game is just going to continue to extend going into the second game, third game. They're going to be rightfully placed. They could probably quit and still win the tournament.
Yeah, at this point, they have already 50 kills over 2 games. As we see Scope pushing onto Dom players, takes out the first one and tries to get away from the safe zone while still pushing onto the next remaining player out of Dom. Scope gets another frag. Scope continues with the shot, gets the last remaining kill. That is JuJu, well played, and yet another victory coming out of the side of Made in Peru. Pretty impressive right there.
Yeah, Made in Peru looking like a pro team over here. Absolutely sweaty, my guy. Made in Peru, putting in work. They pick up yet again another first place placement point, as well as 20 plus kills. I'm taking a look at it. 15, 22, 26, 29 kills the first game, 26 this game. Holy shit. Excuse my language, chat, but you gotta stop and think, like, what is everybody else not doing? What are they doing?
Yeah, like you mentioned, it's not over. It's not over for them. They still have 2 more games, and if they did it this game, I'm expecting them to continuously push throughout the next remaining half of the tournament. And the 26, 29, the 2 first places. At this point, I don't think that maybe the other teams are gonna be able to cut up. But what they can do is maybe try to work their way to maybe not losing by that huge of a difference, because at this point, MIP with over 50 kills between these 2 games, yeah, what else is there to say for them?
You know what? As I'm getting information from Echo, Echo's letting me know they are the second ranked team on the GN board. So makes sense. These guys coming in just absolutely not even playing with anybody else. They are just on a different level. And, once we get more teams in here, I could start seeing it being a little more competitive. But at this particular point, MIP just absolutely flexing. We could see they get the first place point as well. Go ahead. What you got to say, Echo?
Mute me up for a second. I need to talk to you.
Okay, we're going to take a short intermission as we transition over to the third game. We'll get scorecards and everything moving forward. Until then, enjoy some tunes. We are back live, and I want to talk about some of the things. I don't know the complete scorecard, but based off of what Gil just told me, we're going to see 315 points for the side of MIP. So they are the second-ranked team on the GN board for a reason. My guys putting in some absolute work as we see them just downright destroying these teams. As everybody is joining back up, we'll get ready for Game 3, but as everyone is talking and whatnot, we are not going to see a few teams joining back, and one of those teams was disqualified from this event and also disqualified from next event because they were talking illy of another player on another team. So we won't bring up who it is, but they know who they are. So definitely got to keep this a non-toxic event. We won't tolerate it, and we'll let the mods do their job. They did it well. We won't mention the team, but you won't see them back next week, so it's safe to assume that we do not allow any kind of toxicity in any form or fashion. Chat, if you think I'm ignoring you, you're wrong. What I will say is we have a 5-minute delay for a reason, and it is so super hard to keep up with everything in a 5-minute delay. But I do want to give a shout out to Matt 808 who gave us up as I'm pushing back up, and I'm seeing that up on the feed. So appreciate that. We're going to get started up with Game 3. Going to need to see some effort from other players as this has been all MIP. And what is your take on this event so far, Gil?
I mean, so far so good. We're watching some amazing gameplay coming out of MIP, and no wonder, like you mentioned, the second place in GN. They came in here, they knew what they had to do, and they are just following the plan, which is pretty much destroying everyone who's in their way and the victory.
Absolutely. This has been exclusive MIP winning. We're going to see Barry for the MSK team join back as he left the lobby. Probably having some connection issues, but we're going to get started up. We had 12 teams last game. We're probably going to have 11 as one team was disqualified and kicked from this week's event and banned from next week. Huge shout out to my guys over at HyperX, JuJu Energy, and SnS Spawn and Jesus Christ, Spawn and Slay. What the hell? It's been a late night. I've had so much going on, but Spawn and Slay definitely a newer sponsor in our tournaments. Looking forward to some much needed BR events in my life. So glad we were able to get this one up and running. We're also going to have a Wednesday women's tournament coming up on next Wednesday. So not this this Wednesday, but next Wednesday we're going to have an all-girls tournament for the COD mobile multiplayer scene. So some huge events coming through in the clutch from MSK. Much needed BR tournament, which I was looking forward to. We are getting a lot of action here in this first stream, and it looks like we're peaking at like 48 viewers, which is huge. I didn't expect that many people to come in for the BR event, so I appreciate you guys coming through and supporting.
Yeah, thanks so much for being here. This is the first time that we're doing it, and expect more. This is gonna be a weekly thing, so maybe if you didn't register last time, maybe next week might be your chance for get yourself a try, give yourself a taste of what is up with these squads right there with the MIP players. So yeah, make sure that you check all the info on the Meseeks Discord server.
Definitely do. As we say that, we're going to take a short intermission as we are about to start up for this next event, or for this next game. Should be here shortly. As the players are piling in the lobby, we should start up. But before that happens, we're going to take a quick intermission. So bear with us, okay, guys?
And we are back. We're gonna start off right there. Game number 3 about to be a go. And well, we see that we're gonna be expecting more dominance coming from MI. What we can also seek for is the second close, the second place for this tournament. And what I think there was a team from Cygnus who showed up a little of their skills throughout 2 games. Maybe not being the best at the end, but I'm sure that they can show us what they can do.
And I'm taking a look at the mini map. We've got already 4 teams jumping, and 2 of them going in completely opposite directions. But Team 4 and 12 looks like they might have the same idea here, as I'm seeing them right in the same area here. We're going to see 12 just say, forget that. They're going to go to radar base 4, which is Leo and Oswald and all those guys. They are going to be dropping in on downtown. So I'm looking at the map, and it looks like everybody else, with the exception of Team 6 and 9, are going to be spread out completely. Looks like Meseeks might be trying to take on some people here as they push towards Killhouse. They opt to go ahead and drop in. So this actually where we might be able to see some action here off the rip.
Yeah, seems like we're gonna start off with a good old fight between Meseeks and Cygnus right there, as we can see them all beginning the loot section of the game. And I'm thinking that probably Meseeks is gonna push them. We've seen them do that, and if they notice that they're in at disadvantages, when they disengage. But yeah, let's see what they end up doing, because previous game they got taken down early on the first game. Fortunately enough, Godside survived throughout most of the game, but on game number 2 that was not the same story. So not sure what Meseeks have in mind right there. As we can see, Cygnus already spots their opponents and begins probably calling them out to his allies right there.
Yeah, Cygnus is definitely going to be on the hunt, but as I'm looking at one of their players, they do not have but one gun. Okay, they do have a BK-57. So they are going to be pushing up against this Meseeks team, who is going to be kind of, not cornered, but kind of surrounded here, as I see the mini-map. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to hit that. We're going to see one go down. God's Eye picks up a knock. No, Memo gets the knock. Memo is going to pick up the knock onto God's Eye. God's Eye, one of the players who got 2 kills. And Hatter goes down and is out by Memo. Memo picks up 2. Oh, but Memo is down. Leia and SD gonna be pushing in together, and a wipe. Almost no. Leia's gonna pick up a frag. Barry goes down, and I'm looking at Pot. Major is gonna go down, and the wipe for MSK again coming early. Barry's gonna pick up a kill, but the first team wipe is gonna come in full effect as we see MSK leaving the lobby. GG's to those guys. We'll see you next game. Not a great start for them. They obviously bit off a little more than they could chew, which is quite all right, dude. Like, as we were talking about earlier, you know, you can never truly learn unless you take those fights. And obviously outplayed in that particular situation. Barry tried to make something happen. God's Eye going down, as well as Hatter very, very early, leaving 2 of the newer guys on the team with a little bit of a load that they couldn't handle. And we see the reses for Cygnus. They're going to continue on their journey in Killhouse, as we see one of their players coming back from the revive flight. They've got some contention here for Team 11, and without all that being said, everybody else is still pretty far spread out.
Yeah, it seems like the team number 2, there's one of their players with a helicopter. He might be trying to pick up his team and go against some others. Let's see what they end up doing right there. Yeah, coming out of Cygnus, who already got the swipe on the Meseeks. We saw that happening pretty early on, and they are getting dangerously close to the squad number 11 coming out of Dom right there. So let's see if they end up maybe finding them or not really. But like you mentioned, everyone still is pretty much spread apart from one another.
Absolutely, and with plenty of game left to be played, we're going to see some rotations from these guys as the circle is starting to slowly creep in. We're going to see the Mentor team get their little upgrades from the little upgrade panel and make their way towards what looks to be Countdown. Maybe a little bit more on these little rapid outspreads. And I'm not sure if Team 2 sees them, the Cygnus roster here, as I'm seeing maybe Memo trying to get better position. We're going to see Senpai take some action there, and this Forbidden roster taking out some quick kills as they pick up 4 now. Is that a team wipe? Did they just wipe somebody?
I think it is. I'm not sure if it was at the end, but they picked up a couple of kills pretty quickly right there. And I think maybe the MIP squad might have split up. If you look at the minimap, you can see that there's players in both farm and pipeline. Not sure if they did that on purpose or not. But what we do see is Aslan pushing right there onto Morbus. He gets on top of the roof. He's behind him. Gets up a shot. Unfortunately, yeah, he does end up getting the frag. He was with a shotgun and with the fact that he had the surprise onto him, so that was an easy kill for Aslan right there.
Yeah, easy kill, and you're going to actually see him bait him. He doesn't thirst him, he baits him to see if anybody else would come out, and they see Empress right there. They're going to take some easy shots. It's going to be an easy kill and team wipe. We see one of the players merely go down, but merely is still going to be saved here.
I want to point out that frag coming out of Aslan, that might have seemed easy, but engaging at that distance with an M4 LMG on Battle Royale is actually something pretty impressive to see. Obviously, M4 LMG has been one of the highest recoil weapons in multiplayer. Where you head over to Battle Royale, of course, you don't have your preferred attachments to it. So props to him for getting the kill.
Big shout outs to them, and I'm thinking these guys from Forbidden are going to be biting off a little more they can chew. As we see, they push up onto the side. MIP is just absolutely dominating. Oh my!
I think he was trying to shoot at them with the axe in his hand.
I saw that too. That's what I was looking at. I was like, what is this guy doing?
Yeah, something that sometimes happens where you switch your weapon to the axe to run faster, and then you start engaging without realizing you're still with an axe. So pretty unfortunate right there for that player.
And we're gonna see Aslan get the hell out of Dodge as 3 players are down, 2 players are out, 3 players are now out. Senpai and Team Forbidden playing super aggressive against the number 2 ranked GN team, made in Peru, and they are forced to be pushed out. We got 1 tag for merely as Aslan gets the revive off. The circle's going to close in, and you have to assume that this Forbidden team is just going to camp these tags out, because this circle is going to be only taking about 2 health per hit or per second. Now Aslan going to make his bold state back to the place, and I want to say that Aslan might be safe to push in.
That Peru player is the only one alive, actually.
He is.
He's in a 1v3 situation, so yeah, like right now we can see him pushing away from them, and that's gonna be the smart move, because like being on your own against the whole squad is, as much as you might be OP, if you're in a 1v4 and with 4 people might be willing to shoot you at once, you just gotta run away, and that's exactly what he did right there.
Absolutely, and well played by my guy Aslan. Even though 2 of his teammates were wiped out, he was able to. 3 of his teammates were able to get wiped out. He was somehow able to get the tags and survive it. Like, how the hell did he do that in front of all 3 of those guys? And we see a complete made in Peru res here as Aslan OP coming through with the clutch. Guy's got multiple kills now, 3 kills for him. He is able to get the reses off as well, so the tags were scanned, and we're going to see everybody in the remainder of this match have to fight for their lives as Made in Peru is back in action.
Yeah, and I see that squad number 4 alongside with number 6 are about to start engaging, so I'm waiting to see what's going to pop off that way. As we can see, they got actually pretty close, but I don't know if they ended up seeing each other. Like you can see that they are still on farm, while the squad number 4 being OE are nearby, but maybe they were not able to spot one another.
Well, they got to know that someone's in the area, because they were in their helicopter, and it's like the helicopter's getting locked on, so Somebody is obviously pointing at them, but where from?
That might be a glitch. It's been for quite a long time, actually.
What the hell is
Maybe
going
it's
on?
because of a glitch or something.
Gotta love COD Mobile VR, as the audio is just the worst when it comes to comms in game. We're gonna see Dom Moxie taking out Ninjak and another player from that Dementor's roster. So we're gonna see some Dementor on Dementor action there, as Eddie's gonna be the last player alive for Team 12. He is gonna be pushed by another player for the side of the other Dementor team. I don't think Buffy knows where he's at, and Eddie's just going to camp it out. Smart played there. We're going to swap back to some of these Forbidden teams. And Eddie is spotted by Buffy. Buffy team wipes. GG's, Buffy. Well played, my guy. We're going to see, we're going to go right back to the action over at Farmland, as I want to see some more action from this Forbidden team, who has shown tremendous improvement from the first matchup. Able to get multiple kills here and multiple kills from the last game, so definitely want to see what comes from them.
And yeah, as we can see right there, alongside with his squad, starts taking that airdrop yet again. That usually provides a huge advantage, because like I said, on BR you just get the pre-made default weapons, and once you get your own with your own attachments, with what you feel comfortable with, it's a really before and after when you get that airdrop. As we can see, that player from Made in Peru picking up a couple of kills right there himself, having no fear towards the enemies right there.
Wow. MIP Made in Peru getting their revenge on this Forbidden roster. And we're going to see Scope take out J4, so we're going to see 3 players now. The roles have reversed. We're going to see Senpai, the last remaining player for the side of Forbidden, 1v4 here. He's going to get the hell out of Dodge. I don't think he's going to be as aware and as smartly played as Made in Peru. Nearly white. Aslan able to come back and get the tags and all. Aslan OP MVP in my opinion. He's going to be pushed. Merely is going to get in there with some teammates. Senpai is going to get the knock on Merely, but it doesn't matter, as Aslan is going to get his revenge. They wipe the team that almost wiped them. Forbidden. How the tides have changed.
Yeah, and like you just mentioned, that's pretty much a revenge coming out of the hands from Made in Peru. They were so close to dying, to being wiped out of this game. They made sure they could stay alive. Everyone else got... Aslan actually was the one picking up all the dog tags and being able to use those on time, and they got the revenge at the end. As we can see that maybe there's players coming out of the Cygnus team about to start engaging against Dom once again.
Oh no, this is the second time tonight that my game has crashed. What the hell? This COD Mobile emulator has been so consistent. I don't know what is going on. Maybe there's an update. We're going to jump right back into action as soon as this game loads, so bear with me. I had this happen. Oh my god, it crashed again!
In the meantime, I can mention that Dom has not actually been able to get close to Cygnus team. There's only 2 players coming out of Cygnus, being Leia and SD, so I'm not sure they want to start engaging against Dom being the only 2 alive, as the safe zone starts getting smaller and smaller.
I'm going to see if I can get my game back up. Maybe the screen share was just absolutely destroying my GPU. I don't absolutely know there, but as soon as we're able to jump back into action, I will definitely see. Nothing is being overworked. I'm taking a look at my statistics. I don't know. Hopefully everything will calm down. I'll be able to jump back in this matchup. But go ahead and keep firing away, Gil.
Yeah, like I mentioned, Cygnus team, only 2 players alive. They are on the... They have the safe zone being crushed on their backs right there, as we can see. Also, as I can see them actually trying to push them out of the safe zone. I'm not sure if they are going to be able to do so. So the SD is going to start engaging against Dom. He gets taken down super low. He's in a 1v2 situation. Buffy is going to be the one picking him up, while his ally Leia knew that he's only with a pistol, you know. they were able to get the revive onto the team of Cygnus, but unfortunately he was still with a pistol. They actually, even though SD died, they were able to revive Memo, so Cygnus is still gonna be staying alive for a couple more seconds. While the other Cygnus team from the slot number 2, there's only Khan alive. He's running around with a snowboard while he tries to go ahead and pick up the dog tags from his teammates. But yeah, pretty much both slots of Cygnus struggling to stay alive right there. And coming out of Made in Peru, they're actually pretty split up from one another. They're just trying to pick up kills everywhere in the map. And so far, there's not that many action going on at the moment. And just as I say that, seems like OE is gonna start engaging, and the Scope being on the feed, it seems like he killed himself. Not sure if he was disconnected or just an spectator glitch, but what I do know is that that's one less of a problem for the opponents. And I'm sure that Made in Peru is not happy about Scope being taken down like that.
Yeah,
And
I'm actually back in, and I'm not sure what happened there. I tried to switch over, but regardless of his status, I am not sure it's going to matter, though, as I see Merely take out another opposing player. And it looks like, yeah, we're down to about 5 teams, 14 players left, 3 for this side of Made in Peru. So hell of a job for these guys. He sees Peaches up top of this building, and I'm not sure what his thoughts are. He's going to try and take a shot or some nades onto it. But it looks like Peaches may be inside of the building, or are they on top of the building?
I'm not entirely sure, like, given the side that we have from the spectator mode, not sure where they are landing, where he's standing, sorry. And his ally, actually, Aslan, got taken down by Oswald with a shotgun in the meantime, while Citrus is also getting taken down low by the safe zone. Fortunately enough, he was able to use an adrenaline. And I think that Citrus is about to start engaging right there against Liz. Liz right there getting taken down pretty damn low by Citrus, but Liz is gonna get away from it with a sliver of health and being able to heal at the end, fortunately enough for him.
Absolutely. Looks like everybody is trying to take revenge on these guys. It seems like the plays are being made. Citrus from MIP maybe getting a spectator glitch. It's 2 players remaining as they have Scope and Aslan on the revive flight, as both of their tags have been taken. Merely taking some shots on some of these Dementor players. He's going to get some shots taken on him. Smoke is going to come down. Buffy is going to be taken out. I'm not sure how the hell he saw them with that smoke coming through. Harley and Buffy going to be taken out there, and that's going to be leaving Moxie, the last remaining player for this Dementor's roster. And wow, tremendous awareness for my guys over at MIP, but what the hell? No.
Yeah, so it seems like Dom were trying to hide themselves through the smoke, but Merly is actually using Smoke Bomber, allowing him to see through that smoke and actually marking them up on a bright red for him to see them and obviously land those shots and the kills at the end.
And just when you think these guys are down and out, they are just like right back in it. And I'm looking at Citrus, dude. Who the hell was he shooting at on that? Is he shooting through the rock? This guy's, oh my god, he has excellent aim.
Yeah, there seems to be only 7 players alive and 3 squads still standing strong. 4 of those players gonna be from Made in Peru. No wonder right there as they start engaging against the last remaining player coming out of Cygnus, getting that kill. Oh wait, no, that was not the last remaining. There was still Memo still alive on the Cygnus squad right there. Let's see what he can do to provide his team with more points in this game number 3.
He's gonna be pushed by multiples from Made in Peru, and they are just going to absolutely wipe that guy. That's going to be the game. Scope takes out Empress. This has all been Made in Peru. All 3 games. They're going to take first place in all 3 games. They're going to get multiple kills in all 3 games. 29 in the first, 26 in the second. This game looking not as good as the rest in the kill department, but just when you think they're down and out, they are right back at it. And I'm taking a look. It looks like they were able to still salvage up 23 kills. So, wow. These guys are ranked number 2 on the GN boards for a reason. These dudes absolutely slaying everybody who crosses their path. And you thought that they were down and out when Senpai and Team Forbidden pushed in, but boy, did they get their revenge on that drop. Unsuspected Forbidden team just absolutely annihilated and wiped off of that drop. OP gameplay for my guys over at Made in Peru. 23 kills, my guy. What are they doing over there at Made in Peru?
Yeah, coming out of a spot like you said about a die, they were still they were about to be the eighth team, and end up being all the way at the top. They were with only 5 kills at a time in that moment, I believe, and ending up with 23, just showing off how not like caring that much about the situation. If you know you can do it, you can eventually put on the work and end up with a victory, just like they did right there.
Absolutely blowing the competition away. Went from a potential 8th place finish to a 1st place finish, and doing it in fashion too, as we just saw them obliterate pretty much everybody in that final circle. So that just goes to say, you can until you take them all out, they're not out. They're gonna find a way to come back, and as you saw, Aslan was OP in getting all 3, not just 1 or 2, but all 3 tags in the vicinity of 3 other players who, I don't know how you allow that to happen. Gonna have to have a conversation with Forbidden, because, man, dude, you had the opportunity to take the champs out. You slacked, and it came back and haunt you. You know, they were wiped by Made in Peru, but with all that being said, we're going to see Team 1 or Team 5 take 1st place. That's going to be Made in Peru. SnS, they are going to take the 2nd place as Team 9. Zygnus, what is Zygnus roster, is going to take 3rd place. So some of the highlights here: 8 kills for that Zygnus roster, 1 kill for the side of SnS. 4th place and down is just looking pretty similar. We see a 7th place team. So a 7th place team, they almost took out Made in Peru. Forbidden did, and would have put them in 8th place if they did it. Now they were wiped by Made in Peru and finished 7th. How ironic, my guy. How ironic.
Yeah, they had the opportunity to take them out early, and not only did they not do it, but end up actually dying to them in later stages. So, like you said, something's gotta work through. It's like not a optimal for your team to lose that last remaining player in a 1v3 situation. Yeah, he was on a snowboard. Yeah, he was gonna be fast, but still, you shouldn't allow him to just run away like that.
Absolutely. And with that being said, we're going to take a short intermission as the players are piling back into the lobby. We'll be back shortly, as this is going to be the 4th and final game, guys. So bear with us as we take our short break. We'll be back as soon as the action is about to start. We'll let you know, guys. So thank you for tuning in. This is the Meseeks Monday Royale. Don't go anywhere.
And we are back. Final game of the night is gonna be interesting. We're probably gonna see more of the same drill, but what I do want to see as well is if maybe players from Forbidden can like maybe get that reverse revenge onto MIP. I'm interested to see if they could actually end up doing it, and if they do, that would be pretty interesting. But
Oh yeah,
for
dude.
now, we're gonna see a couple of teams dropping in early, as we already saw, splitting out apart from one another. EO going to the what looks to be downtown, while 15 the 15 slot goes to Nukedown. Yeah, everyone's doesn't seem like there's gonna be that much fight, at least not from the time being.
Yeah, the forbidden revenge on revenge tactic is going to be a thing this game, as I'm going to be monitoring where they land at. And if they cross paths, they are all the way over in Sanitarium, completely uncontested, so they're going to be able to get their loot unbothered, as we saw MSK and Zygnus team land together last game. MSK opted to go Ski Town and no one in sight. They're going to be able to loot up rather quickly. Team 11 is actually going to be right there on the spot of Team 14. So we're going to take a look at this and see how this unfolds as Dom and what looks like SnS are going to be right in Arm's fate. And we're going to see the action start off immediately. Harley Quinn's going to go down. Dom Star is going to get the shots onto... Oh, Dom Star's down too, and Buffy and Moxie going to be the last two players for their lineups. They're going to get some tags, but Moxie's going to be taken out here. As we can see Morbus getting the team wipe early onto that team, and SnS knocking Dom out of this fourth game almost as fast as it started.
Yeah, great way for them to start. They were struggling in the last couple of games, and starting off with a team swipe early is just probably gonna provide them with a little bit of a confidence boost as they start looting once again. And that was a pretty early fight. I'm not sure how like well looted both of these squads were, but what I do know is that Empress was probably one of the key players right there, taking down 3 of them, I believe, and also taking low the other one as well. So really well played by
SnS
SnS
action now too, as I didn't mean to cut you off, but we're gonna have some Zygnus on Zygnus abuse, and Zygnus team, one of them are going to be wiped. It's gonna be team 2, as team I'm not sure which team that was. Team 3, Zygnus on Zygnus violence incurring, and they are gonna wipe their counterparts and be completely free of any damage. As I see Khan, was he able to get revived? I think he was.
I'm not sure actually. I think once you see that sad face means that they were not able to get the dog tag in time. But the second I say that, it seems like he was actually revived, and he's now on the revive flight at the time being.
I was sitting here thinking, I was like, man, I know these guys didn't get, I know Khan didn't get wiped faster than the other Zygnus team was taken out, so they had to have gotten his tags. I just wasn't able to click over here fast enough before the action ensued. And as I say that, we're going to see Team 14 and Team 5 taking on some head-on action, as they are going to be right outside of Diner, and that's where we're going to pick up the action at here, as Aslet and Team MIP are down to 3 players, as one player might have disconnected.
Yeah, it seems like they got one out, but it doesn't matter to them. They pick up the first kill onto that SnS player. And I'm not sure who it was. We can see Aslan, Merly, and Citrus right there as they start engaging against another player of SnS, taking down Cazador. Now there's only 2 remaining on that fight, as we see Merly trying to put down the helicopter and let the allies know where the enemies might be. And I'm interested to see. They're probably, they're most likely going to continue pushing. They've been doing that throughout the whole night, so it wouldn't be no surprise for them to do it once again against SnS right there.
We're going to see Morbus completely helpless here, as SnS is in fear of being wiped. D-Man's going to be the last remaining player for their squad. SnS, Morbus is actually going to be taken out too, actually. That was D-Man that I was looking at. D-Man's going to be the last player. I don't know why we swap screens. But yeah, Morbus taken out. D-Man, last player remaining, and MIP, regardless of how many players they have on the team at any given point, are just a complete threat as we see them flying away victors. Don't even care if they get the tags here, as I see D-Man, last remaining player for that SnS roster. He's going to be uncontested getting those tags, so he's got to get there quickly, as it looks like 30 seconds remain for the revive flight. And he is going to be pretty far out, if you ask me. He might be able to get the tags, but will he get the actual revive flight off in time is going to be the question. So I don't think he is. We're going to rotate over to some more action. As we see players from MIP coming back. No, that's not MIP. That's Team 14 looking to take on some action here. Dom, Enoch, spots D-Man. This could be devastation for D-Man. Enoch, Eddie, and what is that? Ninjak looking to take out D-Man. The zombies are going to be coming out in full effect, and D-Man playing for his life. Going to have to go against some bullies here who decided to push in aggressively and make him pay for hiding in that building, as SnS is going to be eliminated from Game 4. Hatter and Team MSK still up here in the no man's land here, making their way through Overgrown, nowhere in contention. They need points, they need kills. They're playing it safely here, so they're going to be playing for points, I'm assuming. So it doesn't really matter where they are at the moment. It looks like they are going to be pretty uncontested. We're going to see Team 6. Oh, yeah, this is where the action is at. It looks like they are again in a helicopter. That's going to be the side of Forbidden, as they are swarming above Team Made in Peru. Senpai going to push out on top of this building, and the action is going to ensue.
This could be potentially the revenge that they were looking for, but will they be able to get it? We're gonna see Liquid taking down Melee right there. Melee taking down Aslan, and there's only gonna be one last remaining player in the hands of Made in Peru. They might get the revenge they were looking for, as we can see that Citrus, sorry, is gonna be the last player right there. He's gonna continually try to push. He's not afraid. He knows that he's in a disadvantage, but at the same time, he knows that they are winning from the last couple of games. He's gonna start shooting at Eska right there. Eska tries to run away. He's gonna do it on time, while another player from Forbidden starts pushing against Citrus. Citrus gets taken down, and that's the end for the first time in the hands of Made in Peru.
Yeah, Made in Peru reigned terror and wreaked havoc on everybody in this tournament, and after 4 games, one team was able to finish a job they started last game, obviously doing it in a fashion in which, you know, MIP was down to 3 players to begin with, so the one-man advantage definitely had a little bit to do with it, but they didn't let the pedal off the metal until they knew for a fact that there was a wipe. Well played by them. We see some plenty action over here from this Dom team. Enoch got a kill, but it looks like they're going to be retreating, as I think that was actually the SnS player that he knocked and took out. So they're going to be contested by Team 15 here, or not 15, but who was it that I was just looking at? Yeah, that's going to be Team 15. We got multiple teams here in the area. So Team 12, which was the team we were just taking a look at, is going to be contested by several. So this is pretty much anybody's ball game, though, as MIP being taken out early is going to be a huge factor in who's going to be finishing up second and third in this tournament. Obviously, MIP just outplayed everybody, regardless of the situation. So we're going to see... Oh, I swapped over from teams. My bad. We're going to see Chimunko taking out Liz and OE. So OE is going to be down to 2 players, as MD Paul and OE Leo going to be the last 2 players remaining for this squad. And they have the opportunity to get out of there, but they're going to be split up. We see one player go in the air, as that's Leo. Leo's going to get the kill on the Khan, who was unsuspected, and he's going to bounce as soon as he hears that helicopter.
Yeah, he's gonna drop down from that place, picking up a really easy kill, like with a really unexpected Cygnus player right there being Khan. And pretty well played. He seems to be trying to check onto the ground where he could land and where the enemies might be. As we can see that there's the squad number 15 being near to Leo. Not sure if he saw them or not. Because if he didn't, that might be bad news for him as he starts getting shot at from the distance.
Leo is taking off for his life as him and MD Paul are going to be the last two players. We're going to see tags come in. Yeah, tags are scanned for the side of the other team. One tag and Liz is going to be scanned as Paul is getting a better position so he can take some shots onto Chimuko there. Chimuko, I'm sorry. And Lonely is on the path of what looks like, what am I looking at? Is this a glitch? It looks like there's some kind of spectrum coming off one of these players that is allowing me to see what direction or trajectory they're going at. And as I say that, Oswaldo and Lisandro are going to join us back from the revive flight. And they're going to be once again fully played. And Leo, I'm just not 100% sure what is going on with this spectator glitch. If you take a look at Leo, dude, does it look like a spectrum of light is coming off of him?
No, I think that might be a problem on your spectator side.
It's done now. It looks like it was a line of something. So I say that Ergelis takes out Azriel, and I want to say Azriel was one of the last players remaining for their squad, and they are going to be wiped. So the team wipe is going to go in favor of Ergelis as he picks up yet another kill. Ergelis is up to 4 kills this round, and I'm expecting some other players to step up and take the reign here as MIP is going to be taken out early. Hatter and Team MSK going to be pushed by Oswaldo. Oswaldo is going to be taking the helicopter, and we're going to see Major go down and God's Eye. So Hatter and Barry taking some action over at launch base could be where they might get wiped as they have no kills on the board. Playing it rather conservative here might not be the move as we see Hatter go down as well. Eskia is going to take out Hatter, and Hatter is going to be thirsted, I want to say, by Eskia. We saw Eskia play earlier. That was the sub, I'm assuming, for this Forbidden roster.
Yeah, and Forbidden still with 9 kills right there themselves. They already picked up that huge squad swipe. And even though they were only 3, they took them down, they got the revenge, and they move forward to maybe trying to win this game, potentially. Not sure if they will be able to do so as they continue to be on launch base, and the next safe zone is going to be close to them. Let's see if they start to position themselves in a place, because in the launch base, there's 2 huge places for you to be on top and get a good vision onto where the opponents are.
Yeah, and I want to say that with the squad wipe of Made in Peru coming through in the clutch for this Forbidden roster, they might be the most talented team left in the game. As I say that, one of the Cygnus teams, with Ergelis having 6 kills, could also be in contention for this first place finish. We're going to see them taking on Team 9, and we're going to get a sandwich in for the side of Forbidden roster as they're coming up on the hill. So interested to see how this pans out as I see Senpai and team taking some shots. Ergelis is going to rotate back, take off on top of this house here in a very precarious position as he has found himself without his teammates having his back. So he's going to try and get out. He does use that ninja to his advantage and get the rotation out of sight of this thirsty Forbidden team. So Forbidden coming off a squad wipe of the ever so powerful Made in Peru. They're pushing everything now, as they should be. So definitely still a little bit of game left to be played. Barry is going to be the last remaining player for the side of MSK. Liquid's going to take out Chimuko right there as Forbidden going to extend their kills here to another. And it looks like they're going to be they're up to, what is that, 10 now, 10 kills for the side of Forbidden.
Yeah, 10 kills for Forbidden as they pushed over onto the last player of the squad number 15. They're gonna push now onto the Cygnus player, and that I think that was only one of the 3 remaining players of Cygnus. So really well played by Forgiven, taking an advantage when realizing that there's only a single opponent and engaging all at once. So well played by them. Playing at teamwork and having the main advantage on those fights.
Absolutely, and guys, I have to say this has been pretty eventful with the exception of Made in Peru being taken out. I was super glad, you know, being, you know, a fan of the underdog, knowing how great MIP is, seeing Forbidden get their revenge was just a little satisfying. And I say that with all respect to Made in Peru. They have just absolutely, and I say this with all due respect, crapped on everybody in this tournament at the moment. So 29 kills the first game, 26 the second, 23 last game. You know, it's great to see that another team is able to compete here, even though there was only 3 players that were actually alive this whole game for the side of them. Good to see other players able to step up and contribute. Forbidden is going to move their thirsty selves onto this launch base area, trying to get some wipes, trying to get as many kills as possible, as they might be the second place team here if they're able to get a good placement and enough kills to surpass everybody else.
Yeah, and yet, as we have only the last 5 squads remaining, we're gonna see that. I don't know if you noticed, but the Meseeks squad is still with a player staying strong right there. Barry about to start engaging against that Cygnus player hiding behind that rock. Gonna take a couple of shots onto him. Let's see if he can end up getting that kill. He's gonna start jumping up and down, tries to get the flag, throws down the medic. He is only 1 bullet away from dying. He's gonna pick up the kill onto takeoff. That's 1 more kill for the squad. 1 kill for the squad of Meseeks right there.
Yeah, he's going to have to get the hell out of dodges. There are many other players for Cygnus about to make their way over. Actually, it's just Bover. Bover is actually going to make his way over to Barry. He spots Barry. He's going to get a better position before he does anything. Actually, he's just going to get the tags. Smart move for Bover, as he's the last player for the side of Cygnus. Barry's going to be pushed by another here, so he's found himself in a position of Oswaldo. Oswaldo we saw taken out. Oh, big kills from Barry! I can't help but get excited, but see Barry, one of the newer additions to this Meseeks roster, come through with a kill, getting a squad wipe onto Oswaldo, and Barry, flexing his muscles, picks up 2 kills towards the end of this matchup. Great job to him. We're going to take a look as Liquid and Team Forbidden are not going to be moving towards him, but are trying to or find a way to get another kill. I think they've spotted Team 9, which is SnS, and they are going to start taking some shots on them. So 1 player down, as Jasmine is one of those players for SnS. Goddess, the only player with a kill on that side, is going to be right outside the zone here, as we can see him healing up. Or them healing up, rather, not him. I don't think they are girls. I can't tell nowadays. So they are going to be healing up before making the rotations. Jasmine and Empress are both going to be taken out. Empress is actually going to be knocked. They will be thirsted, as Goddess is going to be the last rated player, and Goddess is going to be taken out via the storm, possibly, if they don't get into the zone. They are in the zone though, so a little bit of life left for them. As Bover and Takeoff, the last 2 players for the Cygnus roster. Barry with 2 kills. My guy Barry coming in the clutch for the Meseeks roster. He's gonna have a lot of action left on his hands though, as we see Senpai make his way towards his drop, and we might see a bloodfest here. Bover's gonna be pushed by Senpai. Senpai's gonna laser him with a shotty. The Echo coming in the clutch. Senpai picks up another kill, making that 3, and a total of what's that, 11, 16, 17 for Team Forbidden. So GG's for Team Forbidden, over delivering as they took out MIP. Going to be one of the last few teams left, 2 teams left rather, as we see one of those teams be eliminated, and Barry is going to have to 1v4 these very, very sweaty Forbidden players, making it for an eventful team wipe if Forbidden's able to discover his location. He's going to be hiding for his life as Liquid comes up on him, passes him, not even seeing where he's at. This guy's trying to get his he's trying to play this out doing it very well. He's not spotted. Liquid, I think he does see him. No, he doesn't.
No,
Liquid
does not.
Oh, he's got to know he's there though. He's gonna have to make a move as the circle's shrinking here. If he's able to pick up 1 or 2 kills, that'll be great as placement for this MSK team. It's just not been the best as we seen them taking out 2 games in a row early on. So
yeah, he's probably gonna try to play the zone and juke them out. Maybe caught 1 or 2, like you said, off guard. He's gonna be spotted finally right there by Jam, and unfortunately Barry gets taken down. That's gonna be victory for the team of Forbidden.
I'm sorry, bro.
That is a victory for them. Unbelievable performance coming out of Forbidden on the last remaining game of today's tournament right here.
GG's to all these sweaty teams that were able to play today. We see MIP dominate the first 3 games, but squad wipe by my guys who took the W here. None other than Forbidden coming through, getting their revenge on a revenge that was not able to come through last game. Total of 18 kills now for this Forbidden roster. That should definitely put them into a good standing in this this tournament series. At least second, because I don't think anybody else even competed with that number. If I can get some statistics and some numbers up, that would be very grateful. Super excited.
Hopefully we'll be able to get that and see how the final standings are going to be, right?
I am putting a chat in our group message to see if we can get some stats on the tourney, because I'd be interested in seeing how everything handled in this event. Now, we're not going to raid just yet. I'm going to continue to watch the stream as we're on a 5-minute delay, so we're ending here now at 12:27. So around 12 o'clock, we'll start looking for people to raid. I'm thinking maybe D Hitman, but we were also talking about some female streamers as we are looking for someone to get involved with our Women's Wednesday tournament for the Meseeks brand, as we are branching out to another tournament on Wednesdays. To be super exciting to see how that pans out.
Yeah, I think I saw Sweet Tea streaming earlier, but I'm not sure if she's still live. Maybe that could be it. But once again, I'm not sure if she is still online. I think she might be, and I think she is even doing some private games on VR as well.
Awesome. Are they a competitive multiplayer team or player?
She is one of the owners of the PG team. I do believe that they have a team of VR, but I'm not 100% sure.
We'll take a look at it. All right, guys, we're going to get ready to raid our people over Sweet Tea here. So if you're still in the chat, get ready to go ahead and raid as we see the finals come through. We will get everything updated for the actual point system and let you guys know in the Discord how everything went. Moving forward, we're going to be a little bit more organized, as I told you guys. But yeah, go ahead. I hope everybody enjoyed the stream. We'll be back next week, and we'll be back next Wednesday as well for the women's tournament.